Hello, it's John Longcroft-Neal here. It is Wednesday the 5th of November 2025, and as you can see I'm both going for a bike ride, hence the high-vis top, and I'm in the car. So what's going on? We're gonna have to call it not rail and ride but road and ride this time. So I'll tell you in a minute what I'm doing. Well, the first job is to get the bike out the car and put the front wheel in. Easy! Oh, what a faff that is. Just putting the front wheel back in, particularly just on the roadside. Scratched my knee, fingers are a bit dirty, but all sorted. And it's starting to rain. Honestly, the weather forecast, it said it was going to be rainier, you know, percentage wise this morning, and this afternoon 5% or whatever, sunny and cloudy. It was actually it was sunnier this morning than this afternoon, and that was within what, 12 or 6 hours as a forecast. Bloody useless. Anyway, it's not raining terribly hard, and I'm of the spirit. Let's press on. Right, let's get the rest of the things on my bike and get going, and I'll tell you what I'm doing. Just a matter now of putting the pannier bags on, which clip on really quite easily, and then putting the drone in, and there goes the cape at the top. Finally ready to go. Right, this is the explanation of what I'm doing. My good friend Dean, who's was in hospital I told you about, he suggested something for me, and this is the sort of thing I want. He suggested that I went to the start of, or is the end of, the Ashby Canal. And this is the Ashby Canal, and I'm near Market Bosworth on my way towards Coniston, which I've done a video before about now. I've done a video about it before now, that's it. Right, and yeah, because the Ashby Canal goes from an area that was in the past a lot of coal mines and workings of various sorts, near Ashby de la Zouch. It doesn't reach that far now, and it comes all the way down north of, or near Nuneaton, and joins the Coventry Canal at Marston Junction. And it just dwindles out up near Ashby at Snareston, Coniston, Snareston. Can be difficult to pronounce these places, and I do believe there's a tunnel at Snareston. It goes underneath the middle of the village, so I'm going to have a look and see what's there. One or two other things to see en route, so that is what I'm doing, and that's where I'm going. Come on, let's go. So you might want to think, why have I got the car out? Well, the round trip from home to Snareston and back is about 30 miles, which is okay, but I'm always a bit stuck for time to get out. I can go out for an hour or two at a time, but then other commitments, you see. So I'm taking the car as far as level with Market Bosworth, and this is only quite short actually. It's about 7 miles to get to Snelston, but it gives me time to do a bit of videoing and stopping off as I will. And there's one or two things to say en route. So the first stop is Congerston, spelt Congerston, but pronounced locally as Congston or Congston, or I don't know what I want to say. But it's been smashed down to something else. But it also gives me a chance to explore a bit of countryside that I don't often get out to. I might say I never do, but not often. So I've planned it all through, checked the weather, and the weather's wrong. And but I've managed to get the bike in and out of the car. But oh dear, put the front wheel in and out. It's worked, it's fine, but it just takes a bit of fanning about. Right, and the other reason I want to get going today, and that fast car has just reminded me, these country lanes tend to be a bit chock-a-block with commuting traffic, as all the well-to-do people who live around here are making their way back home on a daily basis. So midday and afternoon, not too bad, but later on it does get a bit busy. So I don't want to be out all day, you know, past 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It starts to get dark then anyway. So it's best to get this done before all that happens, which I think I will do. Right, here we go then, Congerston, where are we? Uh-oh, hear that? That doesn't sound good. Hold on, let's pull over. Oops. Well, I've just hit a bump and a pothole of some sort. Nothing much. And the back wheel has now gone a bit skewy. Look at this. I think I've broken a spoke, which I should be able to just straighten up the wheel to make it rideable and then fix it later. See what we can do. Yep, there we go, look. Broken spoke. And this one as well. Should be able to fix it, but that's pulled its way out, so let's get the spoke key out. I'll get the spoke key out and tighten them across, get it back in true. It won't be the best, but it'll stop it rubbing anyway. Well, that's going to be a short video. Yeah, not only has one spoke broken, but a second one is broken as well. So the two gone, which means the back wheel is well out of kilter, is rubbing against the frame. I've managed to tighten what spokes are good on that, pulling that side of the wheel, loosened off the others, so it's not just rubbing on the frame. Long and short is, that's it, abandon the trip. I've only gone 2 miles, so I've got to get back to the car and get these fixed. When I get home, get some more spokes, get the back wheel off completely, and take the tyre off and reset the spokes. Bit of a job, but there you go, it can be done. I don't suppose it's anything to do with the fact that I am, you know, dare I say, heavier than average, but yeah, these things happen. Still, it's not the end of the world. Funny, you make plans and they don't always work out, so maybe all for the better. So I'm sitting in a bush shelter, which is also doubles up as a library. here in Coniston, so I'll pedal my way back to the car, get home and get all this sorted out.
Oh no!
Well, here I am back home, and I've got to sort out the wonky wheel. So the first thing to do is take it out of the bike. Let me just point out a couple of things here. I've got and bought, just for about 30 quid, no more, a very substantial bike stand that I can hold the bike upon here, and it makes it so much easier to maintain the bike and do all the things you've got to do in it. Right, so I finally did get the wheel out. That was okay, but a couple of things have popped up. First of all, from the last video, I did point out that this cover here was a bit of a nuisance with these 4 tiny screws, which you've got to try and get at with this bit in the way, and I had them clipped on with some zip ties, and they've obviously been undone, and I'll put new zip ties on and put the cover back on. But I noticed something quite alarming, and that's this. Now that goes in there, and that would just go about there, and across here, I've covered it up now, best I can. The outer covering had been bared, had come cut away. Not really sure why or how, but it would have been about on that point there. Thinking about it, when the wheel was all out of kilter and rubbing on the frame, I think it caught this wire. So it was fortunate, really, it didn't do any more damage than it has done. Still, let's go and have a look at where the wheel is. So here's the wheel with the cable that would attach. It's all come off quite nicely, more or less. And here's where the the missing spoke is there. And where's the other one? Oh, it's there somewhere. There's 2 missing. The cassette needed to be taken off because this, and it comes. That would look so easy, didn't it? But one of the holes is there and the other one is there, so they're both on the side where the cassette is. So I've got to take the cassette off, and for that you need a couple of things. One, a cassette tool to fit inside there on this piece. Whoops. Because the last 2 gears come off, and that goes inside, and then you need this chain wrench which goes onto the cassette. You push the 2 down. Go and have a look at GCN Technical. Very, very good. Shows you clearly how to take a cassette off and how to use one of these. That was perfect, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Trick, of course, is the thread is left-handed. Right, so this is the wheel, needs sorting out. I'll get some more spokes turning up today. Let me just tell you a bit more about the spokes. I've sent for a whole set of spokes, and it wasn't 10 quid, it was £9.99 or something. They all seem to be of a standard type. I was thinking there might have been extra strong ones, because might be that's what I need, but no, you can get different ones which are tapered at the end. They're mostly just over 2 mil thick, but some fancy ones taper down in the middle, but no. So I've sent for a whole set of them. I think there's 36 in a complete set for about 9 quid. So they should be coming today. I did get through to Estali, told them what was going on, got through straight away, which was very nice, and they said they'd sort it out and send me 5 spokes, but since they're only about 10 quid in a set, they might as well send me a full set. I don't know. I'm going to have plenty of spokes anyway when they all finally turn up. And the trick, of course, now is to put them back in the wheel, and I've got it nicely stripped out and ready to go, and then it's a matter of realigning the wheel, because I want to get it dead true all over again. So I'll take some advice on that as well. And of course, don't forget, when I was out on the road, I had to over tighten some of the spokes on one side to get the wheel straight and stop rubbing against the frame in order to get back to the car. And I don't think that electric cable there was that damaged when the wheel was awry. It might be, I don't know. I'm not pointing blame at anybody really, but I've sorted it out now. So just waiting for the spokes to turn up, and then I can put them in, straighten the wheel up, pop it back in, and we get back to cycling again. We actually went out to Snareston to have a look at the canal, and I could not find, we went out in the car, but I couldn't find a route to get onto the canal path to go and have a look exactly where the end of the canal was, and that irks me somewhat that I didn't reach the sort of the quest of what I was after, which is where the Ashby Canal finishes off. So I'm going to have another look at that at a later date. So don't watch this space, that's all I can say. Watch this space and see how we go. Right, well, wish me luck with this little project. I'm just looking forward to the spokes turning up today, actually, and we'll see how they are. Okay. Oh, by the way, I also took the time to take the chain off. I've got this rather nice old pan here, and I've cleaned it all over. Now it's got wax on it, as I've said before, and this is the wax, chain wax, which is I've been very impressed with it. So not quite sure how you clean a waxed chain, but it's been very good. I've been very impressed. It's been not oily, it's worked the gears perfectly, it's been very smooth, and so I'm very pleased with the way the waxed chain has worked. So all I've done is get a heat gun gently on the chain to melt the wax off, and it seemed to be doing that. Then I gave it a bit of a spray with this fella, drive chain cleaner, did that a couple of times, and dipped it in some terps sub, just to get an extra clean. Cleaned it all off, dried it all off, and the way you need to put the wax on though is to, in fact, put it on the chain this way when it's in line. So I'm going to wait until the chain's back on the bike and put the wax back on then. And as if you've watched in the previous video, I will be putting on a new chain link, because I once did not do that and the chain broke when I was out and about, which you don't want either. So I think it's interesting seeing all these little mishaps and maintenance points on any bike really, let alone the Astani bikes, because there are certain things about them that you need to get sorted out, and maybe one or two special tools to use. And if you're not sure about any of these issues, like adjusting the gears or taking the cassette off, just get onto YouTube, and there's some excellent instructions on there as to how to do all these things and which tools you might or might not need. Okay. Okay for now. Right, you'll see me in the next one. Okay, bye bye.